Is your life fake? Do you know what's real? You likely answered no, then yes, because if you were savvy enough to find this video, odds are a decent grasp of what constitutes a meaningful life has been actualized. You are in the minority. In fact, you are undoubtedly in the top 1% of all Americans. You see, the vast majority remain on the bottom rung of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, attributable to the fact they are not curious enough nor cynical enough. Collectively known as the Matrix, they have unwholesomely allowed these 5 major controlling entities to direct their lives: government, academia, religion, media, corporations. This deleterious level of mass persuasion has incrementally moved an overwhelming plurality of Americans so far away from their natural selves they can no longer discern what constitutes a meaningful life. Just as a damaged woman perpetually seeks out bad boys, then ceaselessly complains about them being bad, people operate their lives according to their normal. However, 99% of all humans are genetically the same. The rest is conditioning. This is why incrementalism is the key weapon in the establishment elite's arsenal, because they know that sudden changes awaken people. Rip Van Winkles are a tad easier to control and lord over. And since ignorance is the basis for a hierarchical society, let's rectify that by diving into motherhood shenanigans. Of course, family organizes society around the fact that children are the future. But sadly, many did not mature properly in order to figure out the purpose of life. And not all humans evolve at the same speed. You see, evidence and sound reasoning determine what is valid. When Mercedes-Benzes and vacation homes trump the time invested raising and loving your own offspring, it is a clear sign that the disinformation campaign of the Matrix has succeeded. These illusions and delusions are widespread and deeply ingrained. Regrettably, this ridiculous culture of wealth addiction leads to neglect. Neglect is to intentionally disregard the needs and welfare of a dependent child. Nurturing is the opposite. However, mass persuasion and propaganda are extraordinarily powerful mind-altering forces, as women have been socially conditioned their entire lives that only work outside the home has value. But what a noble wife and mother contributes to the family, money cannot buy. Quite detrimentally, Hollywood, the media, and corporations encourage society to value things over people. And this envy and greed lead to materialism. Instead, seek a higher purpose than narcissistic, empty, hedonistic pleasures. Adjust your life towards relationships, altruism, and creative expression, and less on materialism, because true wealth has nothing to do with owning stuff. This transformational obsession with materialism chased mom out of the house as the media, along with academia, convinced the public that housewife is a pejorative. Meanwhile, pop culture exalted the jet-setters with nannies raising their children, while the stay-at-home moms performing the most important job in the world were relegated to second-class citizens. Come on! Who marries a man and gives birth to his children with the mindset that they don't want to love and care for them? Some of us consider nurturing and implementing rules, structure, responsibilities, boundaries, and consequences to be vitally important. And likewise, teaching our children to be inspired by freedom and self-reliance while living a life of honesty to be of more value than moving data from point A to point B and clicking a mouse all day. You can be frequently alone, yet not sense isolation if you had made true, deep connections. The Dunbar number is the capacity to form healthy relationships with no more than 150 people at a time. I recommend reducing that number substantially. Heck, we've been all over outer space, yet do not know our neighbors. So have manners, practice civility, and treat others with dignity. After all, a parent's life is a child's guidebook, as they will become a reflection of the values you have worked to instill.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
May your life and all you touch be filled with unconditional love.